There's some crazy people out there. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. Let's get rid of the countdown and pull me up. There we go. Hello, everybody. Good to have you here. Thank you very much for joining us. We are starting a little early today, just a couple minutes early. No big deal. Just wanted to get moving along and start this whole day moving. Boy, we got a lot of folks here today. Poor Wiggle, thank you very much for joining us. I'm glad you changed your mind, though I did see your other message too. And there's Akey Williams talking about combining the two options. Very good to see you there. Gra to you, Akey. I know it's Gary, but you know, whatever. You said you're Akey, so I figured I'd call you Akey from now on. Do a non-mining multi-tool as well. What? Now you're getting crazy. Richard Mason, good to have you here. Thank you very much for joining us. April, good to see you. How you doing, dear? It's been a while since I saw you last. I don't usually get a chance to stream on Saturdays much anymore, but I wanted to make an exception today since Wednesday was kind of a bomb out on that one. So I've purchased my Traveler plushie. I have done my part. Yes, I just that's why it started at 3:15. I wanted to make sure I got the purchase in. So I was I don't know what number I was, but I was, you know, as soon as the countdown went to 0 and I just clicked on it and put everything in and ordered it. So I got my Traveler plushie. That's the one I like the best. I like the Traveler. So I wasn't going to go for both. That's a bit much. That's a bit much. So thank you very much for asking there. Good to have you here, Piggy, by the way. Appreciate you. Let's see, Ognum. Hey, Ognum, good to have you here, man. Too bad I'm not looking for glyphs and graves. Yeah, you would have been a real help that last time, huh? Just hit things. Yeah, maybe. That'd probably be a good idea, to punch things the whole way. That would make for a very long stream. It would take a long time to get anything done on a stream like that. So I don't know. Stealth, good to have you here. Carbon-based, awesome. Nice to have you here, my friend. Appreciate you. Work has been crazy, and a death. Oh, I'm so sorry about the death in the family, dear. So I've been a bit quiet for the last few months. Understood. You gotta take care of family. That's what's important here. So I'm so sorry that happened. A lot of that, unfortunately. It's been kind of quiet in my family lately, but I've known a lot of friends of mine who have had some friends pass away lately. So it is what it is. Chronic lower back pain makes it very easy to overexert yourself. Yes, Gary. Especially as we get older, all you have to do is like sneeze wrong, look the wrong way at the wrong time, and your back's out. Trust me, I got you. I can't believe it. I actually went bowling last weekend. I went bowling for the first time in many, many years. I can't even tell you how long it's been. No back pain from it. My legs were sore, a little sore from, the weird crouching and everything like that to do bowling, but very, very odd. So, Miriam, good to have you here. Hope you're well. I'm doing very good. And you just ordered your Traveler plushie as well. Great. Good for you. Any who haven't, if you'd like to look into it, links up at the top of the chat page there under the pinned comment. You can go ahead and select that, and you can order your own Traveler and or Gek plushie through U2's. U2's has been around for a while now. They always have special plushies that come out. These are sanctioned and authorized by No Man's Sky and Hello Games. Matter of fact, Sean Murray himself has been pushing the advertising a little bit too, which is I think why, because it's their 9th anniversary today. So congratulations to Hello Games for their wonderful anniversary and a great game that we've been playing for many years. But yeah, that's probably why the latest update has been pushed off maybe a little bit. So I've got Twitter open, X, if you will, and I'm keeping an eye open on any signs from Sean regarding a drop emoji or anything like that, just to see what happens soon. We'll see how that goes. Starduster, good to have you. Howdy to you as well. I'm watching that poll at the top, guys. If you haven't voted per se at the poll, tell me what you want to see, because we can do this behind me, the abandoned no starter ship speedrun challenge, but a lot of folks have been doing the no HUD no starter ship challenge lately. I saw Jason was doing that yesterday, and I really thought that was a pretty cool run. It gives you a little more interaction with the audience as well through the people in the chat. So yeah, if that's what you guys want to do, I'm all for it as well. Shipping for me is almost as much as the item. Yeah, poor Wiggle, I have no idea where you are in the world, but yeah, as soon as you get outside the US, for some reason, the shipping prices go up, which, if I'm not mistaken, someone told me that U2's is actually in Britain. So I'm trying to figure out why it would cost more over there than it would over here. Unless it's being made over here. I don't know. It's very strange. Who can tell? I don't try to figure these things out. Mo and Art, good to have you here. Thank you very much for being here, Mo. Mr. Broat, always great to have you here. Hello to you as well. So, you're in the UK. Yeah, right? No, so why? Right, poor Wiggle? Right. Why should the plushie cost you twice as much in shipping and all that because of the shipping than it would here in the US. That makes no sense to me. I know. It doesn't make any sense. So there it is. So there's my channel subscription through Streamlabs. Streamlabs is probably going to pop up as something regarding the Twitch channel as well. The reason I'm bringing that up is because the next expedition / update for No Man's Sky is going to likely have drops over on Twitch. They do it twice a year. It's that time of year again. So I will be dual streaming between the two when I'm streaming. I'm probably going to try to do like a Friday night, Saturday afternoon, 2 streams between the two, and that's probably all you're going to see me for. Even though the drops are Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's 5 days of drops. So you just got to watch your favorite Twitch streamer during those days for up to about 3 hours. Usually once you get past the 3-hour mark, you should have everything you need. So we'll see what we can do, guys. So, yeah, you don't know either. I know. I hear you, man. Might be because it's manufactured and shipped elsewhere. Probably it is. That's probably what it is. I agree. Or it could have to do with the amount that's usually sold in different areas. Maybe the pricing will change. Who knows? So, anyway, yes, and just like Streamlabs is saying, please hit that like button, guys. I really appreciate you. So what are we looking at? 57%. It's really close. 57% say no HUD, no starter ship thus far. There's 34 of you in here as far as I can see right now. That would be Heather. yeah, it's her fault. So what do we got? We got 21 votes thus far. Anything else? Anything else, guys? Oh, on Twitch? Oh, absolutely, Mr. Road. I would watch Heather over there, 100%. You know, Jason might be up there. You know, if they're going to have drops, Jason's usually going to stream on Twitch, but I don't think Jason can do the dual streaming with his connection he's got over there. So unless something happens in the next, week or so. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I will be streaming on those 2 days just for a few hours each at least. We'll try to get at least 3 hours in on each day. So 3.5 to 4 hours if I can do it per day. What I'll try to do is maybe I can see if I can leave work a little early on that Friday, and that way I can get that 4th hour in just to play it safe. So see how it goes. Otherwise, I don't eat. Yeah, that's all there is to it. Not that I can't stand to lose a couple pounds. Just saying. So, and I definitely can't. I don't know how Jason does it. I don't know how you could snack while you're playing this game. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I can never focus on that. So, boy, but we got a good group of people here today. 36 of you so far. Poll is still going. It's climbing in the direction of the no HUD, no starter ship challenge. I like the idea of combining it. Don't get me wrong, but when you do the no HUD challenge, having ships flying overhead at least is a little bit of a benefit. You can get an idea of where things are. When you do absolutely abandoned, it becomes a real problem at that point because then you're just at the mercy of everything. Now that's good for maybe a video run. I might do that on a video run maybe sometime soon. We'll see what happens. But with the expedition coming up soon, I'm going to hold off on that. That may be down the road a ways. We'll see what happens. So I paid for the shipping. Yay. Oh, well, that's cool. So you must have found a coupon code or something like that. Or maybe you just order a lot from them and they gave you a discount. Who knows? Ogden just ordered his Traveler plush as well. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. No multi-tool challenge. Punch everything. Gary, I'm not going to punch everything. That's just annoying. I don't know if anyone has ever done that. And yeah, it would be kind of a unique situation to not use your multi-tool. But that's just not me, man. I mean, I only do that as a last resort, punching stuff in order to get the elements from it. That would be so annoying. But then you're also talking about no HUD at the same time. Or are you saying just let's go with a regular, ordinary, no starter ship challenge, but no multi-tool? And that would be really interesting. Something I have to think about, but I would find it very annoying. I mean, any tools I can get my hands on in order to use in these games is probably the best thing. No HUD music cues and helps a lot. Yeah, that's true, Carbon. I know. I've noticed that as well. Having that music go off. But I've known that for a long time. I mean, I was surprised when Jason didn't know it as many years as he's been playing the game. So by all means. All right, so where are we at? I think we're going to have to end the poll here soon. We've got a bunch of votes. 65% of you saying no HUD. No HUD, no starter ship challenge. So I think that's what we're going to go with. So we will give it... I'll give it 30 more seconds. Last minute people who want to vote. 30 more seconds is what you got. And then we're going to call it closed. So by all means, say hi to each other. This is a great chat group. For those of you not familiar with jumping in this chat, the camaraderie here is fantastic, folks. Say hi to everybody. Everybody's always here to help and chip in and yell at me when I'm missing stuff, by all means. Yep. All right. Well, that should do it. That should do it. We're going to end the poll. We are doing a no HUD, no startership challenge, so the screen behind me is incorrect. So there we are. All right, let's go ahead and switch over to the main screen and make sure that it'll probably crash No Man's Sky, but let's see what happens. Still there at the moment. All right, there we go. So let me get in this. We want to start, as you can see, I've really kind of cleaned things up in here. I've only got my 5 saves on here right now. Custom, obviously. It's going to be permadeath. That's what we're going to stick with. Everything's going to be challenging. We're going to stick with save deleted. We're going to go with the standard world. No, I'm not going to do abandoned this time. Maybe later. Purchase is expensive. Not that it makes a difference. Harsh stack limits. Challenging enemy. Predators on. We're going to disable the tutorial. We don't need that. We're going to do a lot of fishing, I'm sure, but, you know, we're going to crank these up too, and we're going to lock our settings out. All right, is that everything? And then we got to turn off the HUD, so we won't be able to do that until we get into the game, and we'll start that going. Do it in abandoned mode. Ogden, like I said, with the no HUD challenge in abandoned mode, you have nothing to rely on. Jason has been doing it in regular mode. Should we go ahead and do abandoned? Hey, Kenshiro, good to have you here. Someone want to play with me? Well, I don't know if you're going to be doing a multiplayer run. You could do that. I usually keep mine turned off because that causes problems on the stream sometimes. We do that on occasion, on special occasions and stuff like that, but I don't usually do that. So, but in the meantime, abandon, huh? What do you guys think? Should we go abandon instead? Make it even more challenging. We won't be able to find anything then. Of course, anytime we come across a crashed ship, then we don't have to worry about it being occupied. Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha. All right, Kenshiro. All right, let's go abandoned. We'll go ahead and go abandoned. Well, you're saying no. Yeah. Hi there. You've done enough abandoned? All right, standard it is. I haven't done a regular standard run in a while, so let's go ahead and do standard, and we'll go with this. On our way. No timer. I'm not going to set a timer up or anything like that. I don't think that's necessary to do that here. We're just going to go with whatever we can get out of this, guys. Yeah, Mr. Broad, I agree. I think we've done enough of those. Thank you, Ken. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, my friend. All right. Nothing here. Let me get out of that real quick. There we go. Options, and I want to say, is it general? Yep, there it is. Disabled. No HUD. And I saw, you know, it's funny, Katrian was doing that this morning, Coffee with Katrian, doing some building, watching with fascination. All of a sudden she switched over and started doing a no starter ship, no HUD challenge, and I'm like, whoa, okay, it's been a while since I saw her do something like that. That was kind of crazy. All right. Now, if we head in this direction, we're going to run into our ship. Something I always like to do is jump out of here and see where I am on the planet, just to make sure I'm not at a pole, you know, like a South Pole or North Pole type situation. So I'm going to try to head in a general direction. We need to pick something out in the landscape. We got a cave here. So why don't we go into the cave and we'll get some batteries going and stuff like that. Interesting little skittish little animal there. You know what we should do, though? We should be scanning these animals at some point. Okay, what happened here? There, get in there. And it looks like we got carbon in here, too. Now, Jason, for some reason, I don't know if you guys noticed this on his last stream yesterday, for some weird reason, he was getting dialogue. Like, you know, his... what do you call it was falling? His hazard protection was falling and stuff like that. And you could hear dialogue the whole time, even though his HUD was turned off. He shouldn't have heard that. So I don't know if that's something new or not. Yeah, it says they're 9 inches tall, but maybe they're a little bigger. Okay, so this is carbon that I'm picking up. And I'm going to have to pick up some ferrite as well here in just a minute. Okay, let's see what we got. Move some stuff around like I usually do. Oh, okay, so everything's in good shape. There. Actually, this one gets some upgrades too from time to time. These two can just be grouped together. Alright, that should do it. Alright, and...
Technology recharged.
Oh, by the way, yeah, in case you didn't notice, obviously I've got the male voice this time. It just makes it just that much creepier when you're doing these challenges. So we're going to stick with that. Hold on. Going through here. Who did I miss? That's a neat planet. It is actually not a bad planet. I think it's going to be toxic is probably what... Oh, no, hot. This is a hot planet. I recognize those plants in the distance there. These types of plants, these are... So this is a hot planet. So let me get some carbon. Carbon. That's not carbon. Cobalt. And some carbon, too. It's always good to have some carbon, just in case. There we go. Alright, a couple more of these. Just get enough to make some batteries later on when we get some stuff. Technology recharged. The recharge part sounds like it's trying to be sultry. Recharged. Maybe. I really wish they'd give us more options on the voice. I mean, they've gotten 2 voices now. You really need to have some other voices in here, guys. So if Hello Games is listening, please, give us a little more options, a little more change. I don't know. Some James Earl Jones. I think that'd be great. Barry White. Come on. Let's go. Let's have some fun here. So there's the male voices. Who would I like? I can think of a couple female voices I wouldn't mind having. Let's be clear. Sorry. Just can't tell whether these things are exploding or not. We're going to check our inventory here in just a minute. And good. Let's check. Alright, we got 112. That'll give us 10, 11 batteries, right? I'd like to get about 200 of that if I can. Alan Rickman. Oh, wow. Alan Rickman's voice would be fantastic. You know, I wouldn't even mind a little Will Wheaton. Let's be clear. Will Wheaton's got a good voice for, you know, any of this stuff, so... wait a minute. What's his name? Hold on. He does so many voices now that I think about it. He did the K9. K9? K. He also did King Candy. King Candy. He was on Firefly. What a great voice he would have to do stuff. Donald Duck. We wouldn't be able to understand him. Hiddleston would be good. I mean, he did Smog after all. That would be pretty good. Data. Yeah, good. Not necessarily the actor, but him doing the voice of Data would be fantastic. Sam Elliott. Oh, there you go. There you go. Hey, Gunboat Willie. Good to have you here, by the way. Kermit or Miss Piggy? Or both. Have them fight back and forth.
I wanted to say that.
It's the most well-known of Kermit's love interests.
Shut up. It's my phone. It overheard me talking. It must have heard something and decided it needed to tell me all about Kermit and Miss Piggy. Gilbert Gottfried. There you go. It's funny. I've got my phone even set to like meeting mode so that everything's supposed to be off. But that's still going to kick in once in a while, right? Good to have you here, by the way, Gunboat. Thanks for being here. I love my phone. What are we looking at? I'm getting sidetracked. All right, we got 24 batteries we can get now. And we got a little bit of sodium. That's nice. That'll help us in the long run. All right, so I have no idea which direction we're going in, and I don't see any planetary objects that we can get here. So let me just grab this. Maybe it'll have oxygen. And it looks like my hazard protection is dropping. No, it's not. Okay, so the 2 lines are just going around. All right, we're good. Carry on. Hey, let's see where those guys are going. And while we're waiting, we're going to get some rocks. Okay, a little bit up and to the right. Alright, we'll head in that direction. We'll head away from the cave in that general direction. We'll see what we can find. Follow them ships. Aye, aye, Captain. Make it so. Look at that, a sodium patch. Isn't that sweet? And we are going to have to find some landmarks, or else we're going to have some trouble here. There we go. Okay. And this will give us some oxygen. Alright, good. Was that? It was. Condensed carbon. Let's get some ferrite too, just in case we need it. We are going to need it. I need to make some batteries. I'll take this for now. Oh, well, that's cool. How much ferrite did we get? Not much. We're going to get enough for a couple batteries. I'll make a life support for now. There we go. Hey, I appreciate that. Thanks for the reminder, Mr. Broat. I'm guessing I'm out. Yes, I am. Let's use you.
Technology recharged.
We'll get this now while we can, because later, when the Sentinels start appearing, they'll get mad every time I get one, so. Nice. Alright, there we go. Okay, how we doing? Excellent.
Technology recharged.
Okay, up to 11 batteries. That'll work for us. Let's move on. We're not going to be able to see anything in our HUD. Even though we look through it, we're not really going to be seeing anything. So it'll give us the opportunity to kind of change the landscape a little bit. We're going to be relying on our eyes. And I need to listen very carefully. There it goes. Okay. So we're going to use the camera mode a little bit too. Okay. Whoa, that was a hole. And we need to use the heights. So we get up on top of these hills, we can look around. Hey, Miriam, very, very kind of you. 07, is that? Did we just find a crashed ship? We did. Oh, no, wait. This is my ship. This is my ship. That's the Radiant Pillar. I just realized what I'm looking at here. Oh, my gosh. No way, indeed. I didn't think my ship was this way. I thought it was more to the right, but that's not it. Sorry, guys. I got to run away from that. That sucks, but there you are. That would have been like the fastest no HUD challenge ever, I think, at that point. How we doing? Okay, good. Hey, we got an archive, though. So this may be a faster challenge than we... That's not a rock. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to do that. I was just going after the rock that was... Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
Technology recharged.
Now I feel bad. I just thought it was funny that that ship was there. It didn't make any sense to me because I really thought we were going in a different direction from where the ship was located. But it's funny that there's an archive right there. I don't really need that. The one solitary sodium plant in amongst all the oxygen plants. So we're going to have to start looking for things that we can buy a ship with, I guess. because we don't want to go much further. I can't remember the last time my ship started near an archive. Alright. So we need to find that. That's what we're looking for. These little plumes of smoke. Now an archive, a lot of people say archives are near, that crash ships can be near archives. So that could be a possibility. We may want to do a little circle route around it. But I can guarantee you I'm not going to come up with enough money to buy anything just yet. I know, I'm such a creature killer. I'm sorry about that. That's the thing, as I was looking around to see if I could find a planet in the sky. Who is it that said that? Was it Mr. Broat? Yeah. There's no planets. There's those straight up that I can look at, and that's not really going to help me any. They're too high up. So there's no horizon I can look at. So, but it doesn't make a difference. We got the archive now. Not a lot of carbon yet, huh? We do definitely need more carbon. And there's the unburied technology that we needed. And then you don't know what's going on at this point. Oh, there's two of them there. So that means there should be another unburied technology. Yeah, I can't access the second one because of it. But that means that they're facing each other. So there should be one there. And then one over here.
Technology recharged.
Let me see. This way. Huh. Except I'm not seeing it. It's very hard to tell with these two because they're so close to each other. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's a good point. Very odd. Can't tell where the front of it is. All right. You know, I'm going to give up on that because it's annoying me. Moving on. Let's see how much more batteries I can make here. There we go. That's good. So we only got the 3. I got plenty of silicate powder to last me 2 ages or more. He had a lot of them floating. Oh, good for him. And that's Jason's luck, of course. Looking for anything out in the open that has a little plume of smoke. Get a little bit more carbon. So we got life support starting to get a little low too. The archive again. Surprised I'm not seeing more of it anyway. 100 SD in your 100. You mean slots? Is that what you're talking about? The SD I'm not sure about. Pity me for a moment. My brain isn't working like it should, I suppose. Salvage data? I think I would have figured that out, right? That's interesting, because 100 of it would be actually worth something, in which case... hazard protection again, yeah. Well, let's use some of that sodium up.
Recharged.
I've got to try to keep an eye on it and see if I can gauge it. Really looking at the back of the backpack will help. Oh, I see smoke. But we'll see. Looks like more nanites in that case. Where's the front? So that means it's over here. There it is. Okay. Archive to the right. I'm going to keep circling around. Maybe we'll find something else. I have found crashed ships near archives. I see some plumes of smoke in the distance. You know what I should do? Hold on. That must be my life support, I'm guessing. Yes, it is.
Technology recharged.
There we go. Let me do this real quick. I don't know if you can see this. Hey, thank you very much, Miriam. I always appreciate you. 07, 4 months of membership. Thank you. Yeah, see, even though I put that down, I can't see it. So it really doesn't probably help me at all, because even if I look in that direction, it's not going to help. So I'm just going to have to remember that's where I need to go. Okay, big rock. There we go. Planet without finding all the fauna. And actually, Poor Wiggle, that's a good idea, because in this case, when you are doing a no starter ship challenge and you're doing a non-abandoned run, regular, ordinary, in other words, it's best to do that because it gets you all the nanites, the nanite bonus from it, so. That sounds like more... Oh, what is this? Starship shield module. Great. Right about here. Well, off on an angle. I'm always doing it on the wrong angle. Where's the front? Oh, I'm sorry. It's right about there. A little further down. There you are. Hey, ah. My problem early on in game, you just don't have the jetpack strength you thought you had. I'm going to check things out over here real quick. Just want to take a look. Now, one thing we can do, like I said, is we're allowed to use that mode. I always like to put it on a hotkey. Pull up. Let's get some light on the terrain and take a look around. Make sure I'm not going in the wrong direction. Yeah, there's nothing going on over here. I thought maybe there was something out over in the distance over there, but there's nothing there. So, okay. Now what? Now hazard protection's too low.
Technology recharged.
I love it. 600,000 nanites? Ah! No problem, Ed. Glad to help you. Good to have you here, by the way. Yeah, the plushie, man. Go for that plushie while you can, guys. So the... Where's Big Rock at? That was over there, right? No, it's over there. Okay, so there's the archive. Let's go this way. See if we can find some more buried tech. Okay. That's good stuff. Let me grab that. Can't remember if it's life support or hazard protection, but it gives you one or the other. They always give you one or the other. That's kind of stupid, but there you are. Alright, let's go up this way. Ah, that's good. I don't see any sentinels yet. There we go. Excellent. Hey, ship got stuck. I've done that before. I've climbed up there and stood on top of the ship. That's always fun. Cloud? Dust plume? Did we have something over there? Or is it just a cloud? That could just be a cloud. There's a few of those. There's some broken machinery over there. I'll take a look, but I don't think there's anything up here. We'll pull back a little bit, take a peek. See how high up we can go. Nah, there's nothing over there. Okay. Worth a shot. Alright. There was something over here, though. Thought I saw a broken machinery over here. Yes, I did decide to play in a different mode. Thank you for asking. I must have gotten hit by something anyway. Yeah, we can shoot again.
Recharged.
More oxygen. Oxygen is always good. I just got hit by a plant, I guess.
Technology recharged.
We don't need a lot of it, but since we don't have any spaces open anyway, I'll go ahead and grab some. It's not often you come across these oxygen packages. The fact that we've come across 2 of them now, it's just a sign to go ahead and take care of it. And if we have to, we'll sell it. Most of it. There we go. Now, I thought I saw some broken machinery, but I don't see it now. Alright, let's go up this way. Life support. Okay, good. Into the rock. That's a good job. Yeah, let me go ahead and start scanning these guys, see how many we got anyway.
Units received.
1 of 6? Okay, so it shouldn't be much to get all the guys that we haven't discovered yet. Usually on these hot planets, you usually have at least a bird or 2. Some flying creature someplace. Yeah? Where's the beacon? Because I did put a beacon down, Mr. Broat, and I do not see it. My beacon's over this way. I know that for a fact. But I know I also don't see it anywhere. In case we need it. Okay, how we doing?
Technology recharged.
Nah, it doesn't show up. That's the odd part, unfortunately, is it's not showing up. I find it kind of strange, to be honest with you, so... Okay, just checking through to see what I've got in here. We got a lot of stuff. Tranquilla is in the house. Good to have you here, dear. Who else did I miss? Did I miss anybody else? CDH, good to have you. I just saw your name pop up all the way at the top there. Sorry I missed your name. I have my chat kind of very narrow right now. It's in an adjustment so that I can also get the Twitch chat up there when I dual stream on Twitch. So, Selenium. Lots of little puff clouds over here. Alright, let's go this way for a little bit. Could have swore I saw a sentinel earlier, but I haven't seen one since.
Technology recharged.
Try to use sodium for a little bit. I'm going to see if I can keep an eye open. I have my field of vision changed on this character to be pretty far back, as you can see from them, so that I can see more around my character when I'm running and doing things. So unfortunately it makes the back of the backpack hard to see. Gonna get rid of that this time. Alright, we got a life support gel out of that one. One of them anyway. Do another pullback real quick and we'll take a peek around. What's that? A little further. It could just be rocks in the distance. Yeah, it looks like that's all that is, just from rocks. You look at these little rises you see out in the distance there in the dead center, and you try to see over the top just to see if there's anything over there. It just looks like a little depression in the ground there. Nothing special. Yeah, don't see anything. Alright. Let's go this way. There we go. We got a good amount of condensed carbon now, so we should be in good shape as far as that's concerned. Buried tech, buried technology, that's what I'm looking for. So far, so good. Yes, there is a building there. There's an archive there, which is why I'm kind of circling it right now, because that's a good sign. We have an archive, we can buy a ship, but I don't have anywhere near enough money. Because we only just started a little bit ago, so if we had more money, it'd be great, but we don't, so it is what it is. So I'm looking for buried tech like that little plume of smoke right there. That's what I need. Oop, get out of the way. Ah, I thought I was out of his way. Nice. Well, this place is good with condensed carbon at the very least. Nice. Matter of fact, I think I'll do that right now. Alright, what do we got? Should be right there. There it is. Alright. Gonna hide in here for just a second. What did we get? Looks like we just got some more nanites out of that. We need to start scanning some more animals. We have this. Let me go ahead and...
Technology recharged. Technology
there we go.
Recharged.
That's better. Life support gel, that's good. We have tons of oxygen though, so we'll be using that as we can. Yeah, we got like 900 oxygen.
Technology recharged.
I have to use those up though. Alright, so that's all we've got so far. Not a whole lot of money. We can get rid of the ammunition. We don't need that. Don't know why I'm saving the shield. Okay. Let's go over this way. Let's grab some of the sodium while I'm here, since I've been primarily using it. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I can't really sell the upgrade at the archive. Nobody's going to buy it. I could sell it at a space station, but by that point, you're done with the challenge. So, yeah, maybe not. Boy. Keep yelling at my kids when they're sitting at their computers to sit up straight. Don't turn it, or you're going to turn into a shrimp. Take my own advice. I finally got my office done at work. Hey, Tigger, I just noticed you sitting in there. I apologize for missing you earlier. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you. Nah, I don't need the oxygen. Just keep going. Sodium, on the other hand, we'll take. Check. Excellent.
Technology recharged.
Makes me wonder why I made all those batteries. Alright. So the archive should be over there. There it is. Okay, so now we're looking for more buried tech. Not seeing a whole lot of plumes, though, at the moment. There we go. Got rid of all that. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to do here, Poor Wiggle, is to actually circle the building. Sorry I missed your comment earlier. That's why I'm kind of going around it, because sometimes you find other things too. What? There's nothing that needs charging, right? I must have got hit by a plant again. Oh, hey, there you are. Excellent. Little trick there for the newcomers. If you look at something to scan it, you don't have to stay on it. Once you start the scan, you can look away. What do we get? Looks like we got 3 of the microprocessors. So that's pretty good. Too bad they don't sell for as much as the you have to purchase them for. Those are all the same bird, huh? Yeah, those are. Okay. So we're up to what? 4? 3? Something like that. Oh, more sodium. There, I used a battery. I feel a lot better now. I keep going and looking through my lens and then wondering to myself, why am I doing that? So, looking through the scanner lens. You don't need to do that. So those little animals that were out in front of that cave are probably the only underground animals that were in the game in this particular planet, so. And you're not going to see little red dots. You're just going to have to find the animals themselves. Let me drop in here real quick. Yeah. We're not going to see much in here, if anything at all. Yeah, we're climbing. I just wanted to see how that would work. Back to green. I want to appreciate you all being here, man. I want to say thank you to you all for being here, I should say. That's more appropriate. Alright, so those I've already scanned. You. So the archive should be back over there someplace. I think we already got you guys, right? Yes, we did. It's okay, I'm not going to memorize them. What in the world is that?
Units received.
So that is 4 of 6, okay. So we got 2 more. Keep our eyes peeled for any smoke plumes. So it means those creatures that swam through... Were there creatures swimming through the ground? I didn't see that. Crud. So that's going to be fun to find. And I wish I did see them earlier. Or scan them earlier, I should say. Ah, plume of smoke. I'll grab it. Let's go over here real quick. Just take a look. Camera time. Let's take a peek. A little higher. Curious. Thought there might be something over there, but there isn't. The archive's back over that way. Yeah, it should be over that way. We're just out of sight of it at the moment. So there's a plume of smoke right in front of me. We'll grab that. Looks like we got a building over there to the right. Okay, so we can head towards that plume of smoke and then straight on. Get us to that. To the right. So once we hit this and turn right a little bit, we should be able to hit that building, whatever it might be. More nanites. Okay, so right about... a little bit further down. There it is. Okay. So that way on that ridge, that's where I saw it. Okay. Whoa, life support.
Technology recharged.
More smoke down there. I'll take a look anyway, but... no, I've seen that hide before. I should have been looking at the other one. Let's look. Let's just use 2 up.
Recharged.
And another sodium patch. Go figure. Very odd planet. Yeah, that's true. I didn't see any this time either there, Mr. Bro. Just wondering about it. We'll see. Okay, what do we got? Wow. Nice. Don't tell Jason. Jason gets jealous of that. Wow, I got it right that time. Look at that. Alright, so I don't need the sodium as much as I used to believe. So that was a good find. Alright, so I'm going to have to do the map, what do you call it, the picture thing again in order to find where we're going here. Looking for animals. Because the place where the buildings are located, I think it's up there, should have a cave nearby. A lot of times they do. I think that's it right there. It's either that hill or that hill, but I'm pretty sure it's that one right there. Whoops, my bad. And we got another plume of smoke straight ahead. Yeah, there it is. Good. Good. Yeah, I would say lucky. Now I can sell some of that sodium too. It's not gonna make us a lot of money. Yep, you heard the music there. So yeah, we're in the right direction. Okay, nothing there. Just some nanites. Nice. I think it's up here. Good. We're in the right spot. Alright, so just shelters. That's what I was thinking it looked like from the distance. So no problem. There it is. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to head into the archive here in just a minute, and we'll see how much we've got. Okay. Let's hit the other one just to see what's in here. Ah! It's the last time that happened. We have ourselves a word.
Units received.
Ooh, 6,000 units. Isn't that special? Alright, I don't see any caves, though. That kind of sucks. I was hoping to find some caves. That way we could see some animals. And got 2 more animals to get. Now, there may be one near the archive, so we'll head over that direction, too. So there is the ships flying. So it should be over this way. Challenge where I have the sentinel ship in one save, but never keep location. I want that ship in another save. Huh. Interesting. I don't know if it's just a challenge of doing so. I hear you. It's kind of tough to do. So in other words, you have this one ship, you love it, but you don't remember where you got it from. I know. That's happened to me. Who knows how many times. I wouldn't be surprised if everybody here could say the same thing. How many times we come across a ship, got so excited, upgraded it, took it back to our house, and admired it, and then realized, oh crap, where did I get that from? And how it would have been nice to share that with everybody, including yourself in another save. Okay, so there's our ships. You gotta wonder to yourself, you gotta hope that you're not going in the wrong direction, because they're not. They're flying overhead. Now I'm beginning to wonder whether I went the wrong way. Did I pull a Jason and go the wrong way? Because I thought the archive would have showed up by now. Let's go over here a little further. Excuse me. Are you kidding me? Did I just make it all the way back to my ship? I pulled a Jason, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Wow. Well, we really have circled around, haven't we? That's a Jason all the way, man. That is hilarious. Yeah, I know. Poor Wiggle, laugh away. Everybody feel free to laugh at that one. So I've come full circle and come all the way back to my... Whoops. Life support's low. I've come all the way back to my starter ship. That's hilarious.
Technology recharged.
That did it. So, let me see.
Technology recharged.
That works. So I guess I gotta follow the ships all over again. Here, where's the planets at, by the way? Should be that way, shouldn't it? I'm gonna lose sight of him. Think. So it should be over there. Okay. No, not abandoned. Just a no HUD challenge. As you can see, there's no HUD, so looking through this is useless. Unless I can find a... unless I can find a crash ship or something like that. But I literally can't see anything. So I may have lost my archive. That would suck. I pulled a Jason. But I would expect that a lot of these places like this would have been taken already. I'll just keep going in this direction. Let's see what we can find. Just grabbing it just in case. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I could have swore, because that's a moon over there with that ringed planet. I thought it was in that direction we were going. So am I literally going in the wrong direction now? Or maybe those ships are leaving the archive. I'm going the wrong way, or wasn't I? Yeah, I know. But the problem is I got to that rock formation and I didn't see anything beyond it because we were trying to circle the archive. Let's go back, because I could have swore we were going in this direction. So this is a Jason run, guys. How to not be like Jason challenge. Not possible. Unbelievable. Okay. I don't think so, because I don't think I have the recipe for... Yeah, I don't have the recipe for food, creature pellets. So I can't tame an animal. I think it's funny that I found my ship twice, though. And I wasn't really looking, so let's be clear about that. Okay, so there's some ships flying over. There's the archive. I was going the wrong way. And my ship happens to be close to the archive, which I think is really weird. Now, I've never... You confirm this for me. I know I'm at a loss for words right now. But the Radiant Pillar is specifically the starter ship, and you will not ever find another Radiant Pillar as a crashed ship, right? I am right in thinking that. So I didn't run across a second crashed ship and it just happened to be another Radiant Pillar. That doesn't make any sense. Because I'm also pretty sure... Hold on a second. Yeah, network is disabled, so it's not like this is a multiplayer and somebody else is floating around here. So that is true. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. And yes, Carbon Base, thank you very much. So you... Oh, Monkey or the Weasel? Good grief, I don't have any idea anymore. I don't think I'm either. I think I'm a squirrel. That's what I am. I'm a squirrel. Just running in any random different direction looking for acorns. I'm going to be very careful how I put that. Daylight is upon us. Alright, time to recharge you. Yeah, why not?
Technology recharged.
So we should be coming upon the archive from a different direction. I do need to start looking at some of these caves and seeing if I can find any of the cave animals. Sprat. No, I know the reference, man. I love that. That's really good. Did I miss anybody else jumping in and chatting with us? I don't know. I don't see anybody. That's good name. Good name. See, they're always that fast. You notice how fast they ran away? But then you adopt them and they just lose all that pep from domestication. Oh, life support low.
Technology recharged.
Problem solved. I see another, what do you call it in the distance, buried technology, or broken technology, I should say. Damaged machinery, if you will, in the distance, but that might be one I've already seen. What's up, buddy? Up, and let's sell some stuff, shall we? Actually, you know what? It might be easier just to sell it over here. Plus, we can be protected the whole time that we're selling. Not that I need any blueprints, but we are going to... Let's see.
Units received. Units received.
Thinking about it.
Units received.
Everything moved.
Units received.
We don't need the sodium anymore, so... I don't know. We'll sell some of it. I want to keep about 30 or 40 of it.
Units received.
Alright, 60's fine. There's the salvage data.
Received.
We don't definitely need all that technology, but now we can get a rough idea. We got 1.2 million. Let's at least check to see what the ships are going for. Like this one right here. 9.6, 31. You know, I don't see formations of 4 of them very often, of those frigates. That's very interesting. So, that's 2 of the landing pads. Where's the other 2? Okay, you. A-class 27. Yeah, that's why. Okay, one there. Should be one over here. Alright. I think there's any others. I think that's the last one. So we got one there. We got 2 landing pads over there and 2 up here. Okay. It's actually a nice looking ship. I do like that. It does go away. Ognum, I agree with that. Smyron, the smoke and fire on those go away, but once you get out of range of it and you come back, believe it or not, I've found that the fire and the smoke re-establish themselves. And then you'll walk up to it and find that you've already been there. Just seeing what's in here. Interesting. It's a good amount. For those amounts that are here, that means that this is probably a 3-star economy. So that's good. And we can step in here if we want to relax a little bit as well. Wrong button. Okay, down to 35, 87.
Technology recharged.
Alright, so we need to find some buried technology. The problem is, we have no idea where we are, right? Well, we kind of do. We do get our coordinates. So, negative 23, 44, positive 165.1. That'll be fine. Okay, 8. I can get some phosphorus too. That'll help recharge my here. So, which way do we want to go? We don't have any direction as far as north, south, east, and west. We have been looking up at the sky and looking for those planets. So there's our planetary alignment right there. With, if we keep our ringed planet on the left and the scattering of them to the right, and we keep going in that direction, we can go for a little ways and then work our way back. So at least that would be something. And then we can use the coordinates later on to determine how far we need to go to get back. I'm just looking for other ships. You know there's going to be ships here that are going to be around 5 and 6 million. So that's what we need to end up with. Alright. And you got it too. Good, good, good. Hey Marty, good to have you here by the way. Thanks for joining us, man. Alright. This way. Right? This way it is. So that one right over there, that's, like I said, I think that's one I've actually been to before. How much is that? Oh, we won't be able to see it until after it lands, right? That's my bad. Now the terrain also is not broken, so this one is not one that I've been to before. That would have been another way to tell, right? I guess nanites. Okay. Where are you? Okay. Alright, I thought my aim was better than this. It should be right here. There it is. Nope, that wasn't it either. Hey, hold on. There you are. Should be right down here. Oh, probably down lower. Yeah, there it is. Alright. There is no compass, Starduster. No compass at all. So we're trying to use the planetary alignment to get us a rough idea. Like, you know, Jason's runs, he always has like a planet near the horizon. He's like, let's just head towards the planet. It's like, good for you. Mine is straight overhead. So we're having a little difficulty with that, and I keep running in circles. That's the excuse I'm going with. It's so hard, man. How we doing? Everything looks okay? Okay. Our hazard protection is falling. That's okay. On a regular basis? Yeah, no sense of north. I hear you. Yeah, same. I wouldn't say I was the same. I usually do have a pretty good sense of direction, but it's not the most reliable. The batteries are out of wonk a little bit, you know. Kind of like, I gotta use, what do they call it? The power compass in Dune, because the geometrics, or part of the magnetic fields of the planet are all screwy, and it constantly throws people off with regular compasses, so you get a rough idea of where you're going. Yeah, that's me. Oh, there's another one over there. I can grab that. We're going to use our camera here in just a minute. We get the next piece of broken machinery. We're keeping an eye on any animals we haven't seen before, because we got 2 more to go, and one could be a bird, but I get a feeling that they're at least underground. Yeah, it dropped out completely.
Technology recharged.
Thought we were keeping a closer eye on it than that. Okay, so it's going to be still buried here. Okay, somewhere over here. Check our... I'm just going to blast everything now. Think here. If I get this right. Should be this direction, so it should be this way. There it is. So we need a few stacks of those, so this is going to be interesting. Let's do a quick pull. Pull back. Take a look. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, I don't see any buildings or anything like that, but literally nothing. Okay, so just refresh there, Miriam. You're not getting the full likes there. We were up to about 30 or so. If you refresh the page, especially if you're watching on a computer or something like that, it'll show it. Now, if you're watching on your phone, yeah, you'll get more. Hey, how much are you? 10 million? Okay, good to know. Broken machinery to the right. Boink. There's that Fifth Element style music. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. That's because a lot of people just aren't quite sure whether they like this or not. It's completely understandable. You know what we haven't talked about? So we talked a little bit about the updates earlier, but we haven't really gone into much detail about it. So you know, I've been watching a little bit, and you have to take everything with a grain of salt from everywhere else that you might hear things from. Okay, that said, Professor Cynical has got some kind of eyeball on certain things, and supposedly has gotten some kind of secret word from somebody that this update's going to be pretty big, and it's going to be very surprising to a lot of people. Surprising in the sense that I think they think that people are going to be really pleased by the update. And hopefully with the expedition as well. It's going to introduce some new stuff. So that's always good news. So we should hopefully be seeing that here in the next couple of days. I'm thinking, and I've got Twitter. Got Twitter open right now over on my my phone just to keep an eye on things. I've actually got people asking me if I got the plushie. So I'm hopefully looking forward to that. And did you get your plushie, guys? Did you get your plushie? Make sure you get your plushie. Link at the top under the pinned comment section. Check that out. Now, see, that's a pretty decent sized cave. You know what I'm thinking. It's a good place to find an animal. It's not as big as I thought it was. I know, that's what she said. But still, I'm just saying. Not the cave. Nope, that's a plant. Yeah, Minotaur, maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate on what the update is going to involve. I mean, they've done stuff with the updates that is just blowing our minds. So, life support's low.
Technology recharged.
Yeah, there was another broken piece of machinery. Where's my planets at? Let's go this way and keep at it. Now, at some point, what we're going to do is make a right-hand turn and go in the direction that the planets are pointing, and then we'll come back. It's a pretty good boost. Ah, plume of smoke. On your secret home planet, you have Stone Giant. How did you find it? Piggy, you would have no clue how hard it was to find that. I put out a post to the group and said, I need help finding one. This planet has got to have one. And someone found one. And it was great. I was really, really excited. And I got thinking, it should have more than one on this planet. So that's not too much of a secret, guys. I don't have any problem with anybody else building over there. I think Tranquilla's got a base there. Miriam's got a base there. Some other people's got bases there. So you're more than welcome. On my Discord channel, you will find coordinates to those planets. To the community planet, to that planet. We're going over that way. So you'll find all kinds of stuff on that planet. But I found it, believe it or not, just by literally flying low over the planet. Night's time's a better time, and you look for a bright glow in the distance. Something like one of the little stones that are spinning around slowly. The little glow those give off, this one gives a much brighter glow, and you can see it from a distance. So that's how I found that. Really, really tough. But finally found the one I was looking for. I kind of found the... kind of what I was looking for in one of those giants, the location and everything like that. You know, the surrounding island next to it and things like that. And I've added some stuff to it. I've added other buildings and stuff to that area. So, hey, a building, speaking of. And some unburied technology for once. Just make sure we're not getting any upgrades, that's all. Looks like we got some more nanites. There we go. Okay. We're up to 15 of those now. So there should be a cave here. There they are again. 3 more frigates. Don't see any caves this time. And it's not an abandoned factory. Or actually... Now, this does look like it is a factory, but I'm not seeing any sentinels. That's odd. Where are the sentinels? Okay. You all see this, right? Shouldn't there be a bunch of sentinels floating around here? Maybe a quad wandering around? Interesting. Seriously, good to have you here, man. Thanks for jumping in. Do the stone giants have a marker? When you come across them, hey, seriously, by the way, that was you that asked that question. Sorry about that. When you finally come across them, I believe they have, I don't even remember what it says, like ancient, crap, I don't know if anybody else can remember the actual wording that you get for the location. But it comes up like an ancient relic or something like that, or... Oh, there he is. So, sentinel. Finally. Alright, so we do know that there's some sentinels around, so if I try to break in the facility, I'm going to get my butt kicked. Plus, I don't have a gun to break in, so I'm not even going to try. There was a plume in that direction. I'm going to go ahead and head over there. So I don't quite remember what it actually says. Off the top of my head, it's something that you get used to seeing every now and then, and you just forget about it. It's like asking me certain names of certain streets, man. You know, 14 years I spent at one particular company, and I always got one particular road confused with another name for a different road in another part of town. And it was about the time when I started to remember what it was that I ended up getting laid off. So, you know, go figure. So, knock on the door? No, Marty, that's very funny. No. I think it just comes up as an ancient ruin. I think you're right. There we go. You notice there's a certain glow that disappeared from it when I did that. It wasn't just the flames. Alright, right about there, I think. A little lower. There it is. Got it. Alright, where's our planets at? There you are. So sooner or later, let's start heading in the direction that way. Let's see what we find. Because unless I make a gun out of my multi-tool, or make a gun on my multi-tool, I ain't gonna find anything else. How about camera time? Yeah, that is something. I understand you probably watched it too, Miriam. Something that Cynical has been saying too is that there's a possibility they may start finally introducing the ability to play all the that's an interesting little area over there, all the expeditions in the past. Now I don't know how they would pull that off. I know that they could pull it off through via the anomaly. That's not the question, but would they allow you to get the same rewards, or would they substitute the rewards with something else? So there's some phosphorus over there too. I really want to check this out over there. All right, where are we here? Okay. So that way. Some broken machinery over there. Let's check that out real quick and then we'll head to the right. So that's people can get all the cool character customizations. People ask me where I got that. You know, I do have to admit. I mean, there's some cool stuff like, having the golden vector is a great thing, and I'm glad they brought it back for a short time in one of the other replays of Expedition 1. But the fact that people can't get it is a tough one. It's a tough one, I have to admit. There she is. Oh. Alright, should be that way, I think. We'll get over a little ways and we'll check things out. I'll do the camera pull back again. Hold on. Half crying out loud. What happened?
Technology recharged.
How's my hazard protection doing? Yeah, we probably should do that too. Hang on.
Technology recharged.
You have all the expeditions? Okay. Plume of smoke to my right. Alright, why don't we do this? Let's get lined up. Hold on. So there's the planet, so I'm going to face in that direction. And we'll do a pullback real quick. And we'll make it daylight here in just a moment. So there's the unit we just saw. That should be far enough. So that's the area I was heading towards over there, but now it's turning out to be a valley. There's the building I came from. So that's the direction I'm... Hold on, where is it? There it is. This is the direction I'm facing right now. I was heading more towards over here to see what was over there. But I may head up to the top of this hill. What about Twitch drops? Can you get those only from within the game or only from participating in the Twitch stream? You have to be watching somebody on Twitch who's got drops enabled. And in the title, they usually will put in their drops enabled and then No Man's Sky stream, blah, 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 blah. Most of us usually have that in there. Occasionally people forget to put that in there. But for the most part, everybody remembers to make sure they put that in the middle of the plants and rocks. Oh, right there? Oh, a second. Let me just take a quick peek. Oh, right there. I see what you're talking about. So where am I? It's over there on the other side of this clump. And we're heading over there, so we'll head that direction. This way. Made my head spin a little bit. Oh, that was weird. Let's try that again. Should be right there, I think. Come on now. Interesting development. I can't jump. Yeah, I'm afraid so. If you don't have Twitch, if you don't have a Twitch account, and you have to tie into Twitch, you can't get the drops. Oh, there it is. I see it now. I'm afraid that is the way it works. I may have to do a reset here, guys. My space bar doesn't seem to be working for some reason. And I wish I could say it's a battery issue, but I don't have batteries in this. It's a wired keyboard. Alright, looks like we got another shield module. And somehow... Oh, I see why. I damaged that? When did that happen? When did that happen? Yeah, sorry, man. Here I thought my keyboard was having problems. I just had a JSON issue. Am I getting that, or is that not happening? I don't think that's happening. Yeah, that's working. It could be a plant whipped me. It could be that I landed too hard. That's a possibility. Alright, how much should we got? Okay, that should be enough.
Component repaired.
Pain in the neck. Oh, I never got the buried technology. There it is. Okay, hold on. Which direction are you facing, my friend? That way. So I need to dig that way. There you are. Another problem with no HUDs. You don't know what's going on. Okay, where's the planets? Going this way. Okay. That was too funny. My space bar's not working. I know Sugar Rat's probably not here, but I actually have to try to imitate his voice once in a while, especially when I want to sound not quite smart. Joke. Joke between us. He would laugh too. And then insult me in return, of course. Obviously. I would expect nothing less. Alright. Say we do another pullback. Check things out, shall we? How's everything look over here? Alright, we have a couple moments. Pullback. You got a wireless one? I tell you, I can't use a laptop keyboard unless if I'm in a meeting or something like that, a business meeting. I don't mind using it. But, you know, as far as a temporary thing, but man, doing it all the time, that's a pain in the neck. I need a bigger keyboard than that. Alright, so we got 5 entities. There's a nice cave over there I might head towards. Don't really see anything else. That's an interesting thing you can do. Change the way things look. That might be a cloud over there, but we're heading in this direction for the most part, right? We're heading this way, towards the big rock. So I will just continue to head in that direction for now. Okay. Towards Big Rock. Oh, my son. So having a wireless one for a laptop, yeah, that wasn't a problem. I used to do that too. When I was using laptops back in the day, I would do the same thing. See, I think it was that. I was landed a little bit hard, so the game took offense at it and said, "Nope, I need to break. We need to break your backpack. Sorry." All right. We are at the big rock. Let's go around it to this side. Cloud formations are pretty neat. The way they billow up. They've really done a lot of work. Like I said before, they've really done a lot to the game. So I can't imagine what else they could possibly improve. Now, maybe they'll add more voices. Maybe they'll add replayability of the expeditions in the past. So, hazard protection.
Technology recharged.
Oh, for crying out loud! I knew I was going to do that one of these days. I put it in the wrong one.
Recharged.
Waste of a battery. While we're at it.
Technology recharged.
I keep expecting to come across like one of these rises and seeing a ship sitting there. And then it turns out to be the Radiant Pillar again. And I actually am running in the right direction, but unfortunately the game decided to move it on me. Meanwhile, Sean is sitting in a corner laughing quietly. I don't know why I keep looking through here. I gotta find a big cave is what I really need to do. Pull back. It is daytime. I don't need to change anything now. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah, and it is possible a plant whipped me, yeah. But I really think it was because I landed too hard. Nothing. There is some phosphorus over there, so if we head in the direction that we've been going and go up that slope over there, we'll hit some phosphorus and I can use that to recharge my hold on, shield. Yes, that's the word. You also hope and pray that you're going to get some upgrades for your backpack, you know, your jetpack and everything like that. Just, it's taking forever to run is driving me nuts. Okay, should be right up here. There it is. That wasn't too bad. Okay. Good. How much silicate powder do we have? Too much, that's what.
Technology recharged.
It is cool. I keep seeing, like, this is a really nice keyboard that I have, so I was kind of, like, miffed when I thought that the button wasn't working. I was like, that's really weird, because it's a good keyboard. But I would not mind, like, upgrading the mouse or something like that. Maybe go for HyperX, something along those lines. I actually love this chair I'm sitting in, too, and I'm thinking about getting me one at work, since they're cheap enough on, like, Amazon. You can actually get them through Walmart now, strangely enough. So while I'd love to go Secret Labs, I'd have to probably sell one of my children in order to get one of the chairs there. Which, you know, you got 4 kids, you got a spare or 2, you know. I let them wonder who's the spare. Alright, I think that's good. No, I don't. 17 more. There we go.
Technology recharged. Technology recharged.
There we go. Grab a little more. There we go. Okay, now we're done. Come on. Get going. You're taking too long. Okay. Plumes of smoke. No plumes. I think we're plumeless. Alright. At some point we need to start heading back, but we don't quite have enough stacks. Like, these are worth about not quite half a mil. And we need probably at least... Hold on. How much do we need? We need about, let's say, 6 million, right? All total. So about 5 million more at least. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's a lot of stacks. We're going to have to really work on that. You think 8? If I want to go fancy schmancy, but I guarantee you I can find a shuttle for under 6. And if we get a trader that could stop in... See, I just landed a little too hard. Nothing broke, but we're okay, so still. Like I said, I also think it's really odd that we haven't had any sentinels following us around. Wow, we got a lot of condensed carbon. I'm very happy with that.
Technology recharged.
Good, 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 good. All right. Another camera pull. It's a good shot. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Hope you're all having a good afternoon anyway. At least a pretty decent weekend, you know? So much crap going on in the world these days that really piss people off. I do see a plume of smoke over there. That, you know, it makes life anxious. And if you can take a break from it every now and then like this... Hey, there's always a seat in the stands over here, man. Actually, I like to think of it like a coliseum, but each seat in the coliseum is more like a lazy boy recliner. Your own view of everything you get to see. So stop in for the chat, for the good camaraderie. The people here are amazing and always will be. Oh, there's another one down there too. Okay, so we'll get this one and we'll get down there, get the other one. Hi guys. Ooh, you know what we can do? So 12. Yeah, can't miss. Crap. Couldn't get quite locked in on the others. This one should be above ground. right there. So it should be like right here. Shouldn't be buried too deep. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Down in the hole, and there's another one on the other side of the valley here. Okay, so let's grab these. Hello. What do we got? Hey, One Thumb, good to have you here. When did you pop in? Yeah, there you are. Okay, I gotcha. Sorry I missed you when you popped in, man. Thank you for being here. Still have that shield. Yeah, I know. Thank you. Appreciate it. Alright, we got a lot in here.
Technology recharged.
Took care of that. We're going to move you down here. We're going to keep you guys grouped together. And why not while we're at it? Okay.
Recharged.
So where would you be? You're going to be this way. Probably right there. There it is. It's always on that slight angle away. Okay. And then the other one, it's up there. Okay. Yeah, it is very hot outside, I know. It's about 90 here. That's equivalent to, I think, somewhere in the neighborhood of like 35 Celsius, I suppose. Maybe a little less. Maybe it's like 33, 34. Okay, what did I get? Anything? No? Okay, just some nanites. This direction, and it's above ground. Hi there. Okay. Where's our planets? We're heading in that direction, right? Okay. You know, once we get to a point, we'll have enough money that we can actually get something out of this. There's another plume of smoke. There you are. That direction. Let's get up to the top of the hill and we'll do another look around. Well, maybe not the top, but we'll get there.
Technology recharged.
You know, the great part about having that phosphorus is that we don't have to worry about the batteries anymore. That's really good. I want to do a pullback here. Hold on. Something interesting about this landscape that makes me wonder. Whoa, whoa, hey, slow down there, buddy. You wrote a book. I think we got that one, but we can go back for it if we wish. Probably a good idea. But we really need to keep moving on. You know, I want to head over there to see what's out there. In the distance, between those two rocks, right about dead center, right between them. I think that would be a good spot to go. And then we can start heading back in the other direction. So I think that'll be good. Let's do that. That way. So we can get back to this one over there. How did I miss that one? I mean, it's right there. I think I would have seen it. As I said, I got my eye on the Asus Tough A17, 17-inch, 144 Hz, that's nice. Ryzen 7, that's good. 64 gigs DDR5, very good. Terabyte SSD, nice. RTX 4050, nice. With the illuminated keyboard, of course. Gotta have the illuminated keyboard. Okay. So we got a double bubble here. Alright. What'd we get? Anything? Got some radiation protection. I'll drop it in here. We can always disengage it later. Alright, where's our windows? So this window's here. Oh, check it out. You don't run into... Oh, I can't get that anyway, can I? Can I get that? Yeah, I can get that. That's right. I don't need an A-class laser. There it is. One down. So the other one facing that way. There should be another one right over here. Do I not have the direction right? Yeah, over here. Well, maybe there isn't a second one. I thought there would be. Yeah, we should have seen it by now. Oh, it's right there. I'm looking right at it, for Pete's sake. Got it. Alright, now that we've cleared out half their landscape and the planet is actually getting pulled closer to the... We're going that way, right? I think we are. But I see another smoke. I'm going to head over there. So that sounds really, really good. Who said goodnight? Did I miss someone leaving? I am so sorry. Richard, goodnight. 1,200 euros. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good deal. I guess. I guess it is these days. I mean, laptops... I don't know. I think they... Another overcharged piece of technology, but with everything going on everywhere else, who knows what you can get stuff for these days. So, the... Should be close to the surface. There it is. Alright. Let's take a look at our... Yeah, that's what I thought.
Technology recharged.
Get rid of all that. Beginning to think I'm not going to need that, but we'll hang on to it for now. What do we get? Dirty bronze. That's pretty good. Okay, so... So that's 2.5 million right there. Not quite. So about 3.5 million. Okay, we got a little ways to go. On our way. Anything need charging? Let's do the life support first.
Technology recharged.
Okay. So a no-HUD challenge is another piece of machinery up there. No-HUD challenge is challenging, to use the word, without having to be able to do anything. You know, if you think about it, if you could play this game without this all the time, we would be getting used to it. And it would just be a matter of, okay, you know, I get this. This is just the way things are going to be. Oh, there's a ship stuck up. There's a whole bunch of ships stuck up there, right there. Right there. See? 8 million. And 8.9 million. Yeah, not bad. Should I go ahead and just stop over there and steal their ship? Hijack it? There we go. We get anything out of that? Oh, we got some launch fuel this time. If only it were worth something. It looks crashed to you. I've tried to do that, Marty. I've tried a couple times. A couple times I've actually stood on top of the ship, and it's just funny as crap. For some reason, the pathing is a little off these days. So we're going to head this way to the end of the valley, see what's out there, and then we're going to start heading back towards the archive, because that direction should allow us to get some more things on the way. We've already got about half the amount of money we need so far, so... I don't want to take a chance and land at the bottom of this. Break my fall by busting myself on the ground. Bloom of smoke, we'll head towards it. That'll be some more stuff that we can pick up once my run juice gets in. Has there been an emoji drop? I have been watching. Hold on, I have it open on my other screen. Refresh. No emoji drop yet. Well, I don't expect him to drop the emoji today. I know some people said that he might, but I'll be honest, I don't think so. I think that's going to back to the starter ship. No, stop that. I've only been there twice. Okay, let's be clear. I expect that he'll drop the emoji tomorrow.
Technology recharged.
This is another double. Look at that. Okay, let's find this one first. Should be right over here. There it is. This one should be over here. There it is. Nice. So no emoji drop yet. We'll expect to see that probably. I'm thinking at the earliest we'll see it is tomorrow. There is a building over there. Is that a building? Can't tell if that's a building. Yes, that's a rock. That's what that is. That's a rock, Paul, not a building. Ooh, careful of that. Oh, got some more radiation protection. I'm just going to put the collection up here. It's hilarious. Nothing to spend that on. I'm not using my mining beam. So, anyway. Very tidy digging. Oh, I thank you. Time. Time for what? What time? Time? What time? It's about 5 o'clock here. Is that what time you just need to know what time it was? You know, I do wear a watch. Your phone should probably be able to tell you. You shouldn't have to ask me. It's not why we're here. I've been kind of in a sarcastic mood lately, so I do apologize if I get a little snarky. Someone say that to me about my family. It's like, you have such a very happy family. And I had to bite back. I just said thank you, but I had to bite back. Oh, that's not happiness. That's anxiety and stress and sarcasm to cover it all. And how are you doing? Oh, another whatchamacallit over there. Yep, I said it. Did I get it? Nah, I didn't get it. I tried to catch that flying. Hi there. Give me the goods. Right about there. Oh, I am off. You're right. It's over here. A little lower? There it is. Okay, how we doing anyway? Let's see. So our inventory is now full.
Technology
I'm
recharged.
going to do something I don't like doing, but I'm going to get rid of that. Okay.
Technology recharged.
See what we did there? Let's get rid of the dihydrogen. We don't need it. All right. 2, 4. So 1, 2, 3. This will be 4. So we just need a little bit more and we're done. Well, we wrote down the coordinates for the archive, so we can head back there pretty easily. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Ogden. Meant very tidy digging as compared to that massive hole before. Oh, thank you for the insult. I appreciate that. No, but I know what you mean. That hole was awful. I just kept digging and digging and digging. It's like, okay, Paul, I think you did enough digging. Move the planet, for crying out loud. That's a reference, by the way, to a book by Alan Dean Foster, book series by Alan Dean Foster. What he called the Flinks and Pip series. Flinks being the name of his character, Pip being the name of the mini drag that he had on his shoulders, for anybody who is unfamiliar with the book series. And there was one of the books, they encountered a race of what they thought were like not very intelligent bear-like creatures that were always tunneling. They're always digging around the earth. They didn't have any. It's like they didn't have anything else better to do. They were digging all these warrens, but they were, once they got into it, started looking, they realized that these warrens are like thousands upon thousands, tens of thousands of miles, kilometers, if you will, deep. There's another plume right over there. I'll head that way. And, all over riddling the planet. And they couldn't figure out why, this race of creatures was doing this. And it was because the planet was an icy world and they wanted to bring it closer. By reducing its mass, they could bring it closer to the sun. And you're thinking to yourself, yeah, but they have to get rid of this stuff. Well, they had a creature on the planet that was getting rid of it for them. So that made it a pretty cool book. In my book. In my estimation, anyway. There we go. It should be right about here. Is that? It is. It's a sentinel. Yeah. First one I've actually seen. Should be a little lower, I think, maybe. Getting this right, the aim should be right here. Ah, there it is. There you go. It was a little lower. Alright, so I think we've gone far enough over in this direction. How's everything look? Yep, good timing.
Technology recharged.
Okay, life support.
Technology recharged.
Let's do a pullback one more time, take a look around, and then we'll head back. Yeah, the Ringworld series, I understand, is supposed to be a really, really good series, if you like to read all that. I just finished, of all things, I read the book called Ahsoka, which covers the time period in Star Wars after Ahsoka leaves the Order. And she goes off on her own, and she leaves her lightsabers behind. Basically the end of Clone Wars series. I don't see anything in that direction. I was hoping to see something, but I really don't see anything. I'm at the top of the cage, if you will. There might be something right there, straight ahead. Why don't we go that direction for just a little bit longer? Maybe there'll be something there, and then we're going to start heading around this monstrosity of a rock, and we'll go that way. And that should head us back in the direction that we should have, that we came from. Yeah, Ringworld is supposed to be really, really fascinating. Funny thing is, I've never actually read it. I've read so many other series, it's ridiculous, over the years. My favorite, besides Tolkien, and if you like Tolkien, you like to read the books, whatever, and I know that Andy Serkis is doing a new series about Gollum, which is going to be really good. A new movie, I should say, about Gollum. That should be really, really good. The writer is Elizabeth Moon. She wrote a series, and it's a long, drawn-out name. It's a pretty big name called Paxenarian. And the first book is called Sheep Farmer's Daughter, and it's just about this very tall girl that decides she doesn't like the fact that her dad wants to, marry her off. And think about, medieval times. And she just wants to, she's always wanted to be in the military. And there's mercenary groups, so she decides to join a mercenary group. And it just follows her life from that point forward. And it's actually pretty fascinating. She turns into a paladin for the gods and stuff like that. But the writer puts in so much detail regarding the military background to it all, the training and everything like that. It really becomes a fascinating story. So I always found those books to be really good. Dragon Riders of Pern, One Thumb. If they could just make it into a movie, I'd be really happy. They got the technology now. They have the ability. CG's there. It's ready to go. We just need the family to decide, yeah, okay. That's all they would have to do. Can you imagine, thousands of years in the future, people who are tired of technological society decide to blast off of the stars, pick a planet in the Sagittarius sector that's been supposedly cleared by planet surveyors to be a good place to settle a new colony of agricultural people. And that's how they're going to do it. They're going to be agrarian. How do they say that? An agrarian society, I think it's called. I used to know the word really well. But, you know, things don't turn out as it will be in any book series. Don't turn out the way they expected, and they end up having to fight for their lives. And in doing so, they find themselves on a planet with these miniature dragons about the size of, like, small dogs. And in watching them, they realize how smart these animals are and intelligent, so the genetic engineers that were still with them decided to help them redevelop them into actual riding dragons, the size of small houses. I thought that was a really neat idea for a book series. There it is. And she wrote this in like the late 60s, early 70s, but it's been going on to the present. Her son took it over a little while. Now her granddaughter is writing books to it. My wife says she found them very, very good. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 million. We're at 5.2. So we should be heading this way. So the direction that those ships were flying, that's the way we should be heading. The Tales of Jar Jar Binks? I don't know if I could handle that, man. Lisa, think you crazy. I don't know if I want to do that. That's kind of out there. You want to see if he really is Sith, right? He really was the mastermind behind Palpatine, Darth Sidious. I know there's a book about Darth Plagueis the Wise, and I really need to get my hands on that and read that one too. That's an interesting development of how Sidious learned from him. So we should be able to just pick up one more stack of these buried texts, and we should be good to go. I think that's smoke straight ahead in front of me. Actually, this one's some right there. And unburied tech? No, I don't know. See in a moment. Darth Jar Jar. There was the Lego series they did that in with the alternate universe where Jar Jar was a Sith Lord. I thought that was pretty funny. But it was intended to be funny, so, you know, there's that. And we have daylight. Where's my planets? There they are. So that direction. Okay. We'll keep our eyes peeled for anything out here. We should do another pullback here in just a minute. We got another unit there, another one over here, another one up on the hill over there. That should fulfill everything that we need. Smoke from a distant fire. Indeed, if you're talking about this direction, there doesn't seem to be much. Should be right down here, so shouldn't be buried too deep. It should be like right here. There it is. We ought to check our oxygen levels and stuff like that, life support and hazard protection here in just a moment. Just crash. Usually a sign for an update. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm not laughing at the fact that it crashed, but that's some pretty cool logic, my friend. Time for an update. Ah, okay, that's what we're seeing. We're seeing a monolith up on the hill there. So that's what we're seeing. So we're actually heading in that direction, I think, right? That direction. Okay, that's where we're going, but we got all these broken machineries up there, so we'll head there and then start heading back. Actually, we need to line up to where we need to go, so that sounds like a good idea. Still haven't found that last animal, but we haven't found a cave big enough. I just said we needed to check this, right?
Recharged. Technology recharged.
All right. No, they should be pushing something. I don't know if it's going to be this week or not, Mo. I I think they're probably going to, if it's going to be something that they're going to push this week, we ought to see something from Sean by tomorrow. Possibly Monday the latest. He has been known to do a late emoji once in a while. But we'll see. How many slots we have open? We don't. We have one slot. Let's see. Should be over here. Maybe a little lower. Yep. We're gonna dig the Grand Canyon, folks. There you are. Okay, now hopefully we got 3 out of that. That would make a complete stack. Looks like we did. So, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million and a half. But this will make up for that. So that'll be 4 million total with the 1.2 we've already got, plus whatever else we can sell that we have on hand. So, that'll be good.
Technology recharged.
Alright, good deal. Sell some wiring looms and things like that. Let's head up the hill. I think we've got enough stuff. So they will drop, they always drop the updates on like Wednesday, and then the expedition may start either Wednesday or Thursday. Probably Wednesday. It'll start Wednesday, but then the drops start on Thursday. So here's our monolith. We don't have to do that. It might give us something. I don't know. Why not? Let's see. Riches beyond belief. No, we don't want to take anything out of here. It's a Viking area anyway. We just want to stand back and show respect. There we go. Yeah, we got a Viking effigy out of it. But that's okay. We don't really need anything else. We're done. So I'll open that slot in case we need it. So we're just going to head back now. Where's our planets? Planetary alignments that way. We're heading in this direction. Let's see what our coordinates are. So we need to head back to negative 23 and then positive 165. So that's going up. And is the other one going down? Yes, it is. All right, let's go. And like I said, we don't need to collect anything else. We're kind of full. So the sooner we get back, the better. I say we're not going to collect anything. I'm going to collect something. Doesn't feel right otherwise. And if we can run across a cave in the meantime, that'll be great. I will keep checking for ships, because you never know, you find a crashed ship, then this all becomes moot anyway. But it is what it is. No No Man's Sky for me this weekend. Too invested in the... Oh, yes. That is a good point. That has come out. Strange that we have 70 people watching, though, today. So I appreciate you being here. Not a lot of folks are streaming No Man's Sky on the weekend, so that's always a thing, too. He should turn to the right. Let's watch. We should see him come across the hills over there. Let me get a little further along. Nope. He just kind of vanished. Alright. Is what it is. How are we doing? Alright. Pull back real quick. We'll take a look around to see what's around us. Marty says, ahem. No, I appreciate everybody being here. Oh, you are too, Marty? You know, Marty, we may have to raid you. You understand that, right? I don't know when your stream starts. It's probably going to start in a little bit here. I'll keep my eyes open for you. Some folks do stream over the weekends. That's true. That's true. And I have raided a few people. There's just been sometimes I get done on a Saturday night and ain't nobody around. So I was like, all right, well, I'll call it a day, guys. Bye. And then that's it. I don't see anything. Okay, so your archive should be that way. Keep going in this direction. We'll check our coordinates every now and then. You stream in the morning? Got it. Yeah, Kat streams in the morning too. I was actually watching her stream this morning. I just didn't have a chance to chat much. I made sure I did drop a like down. I always do that. You know, it's just a polite thing to do. If you watch someone stream and you're actually, you know, you're doing it for the enjoyment of watching it, then, hey, hit the like button. It's the right thing to do, man. All right, 170.49. Is that number climbing? 47. Okay, no, it is dropping. Okay, good. That's fine. Don't want to go down that hill full jetpack. We will die. Die. Slip and slide. Steep enough slope is good to do that on. Just make sure you try to stop midair. Don't try to keep going forward or you will hurt yourself. Do we have any slots open? Yeah, we do. Let's get rid of the metal. I don't think we need it anymore. Since this is an easy enough one to get, just make sure it wasn't an upgrade. The extra money doesn't hurt, right? Indestructible. Indestructible, good to have you here, by the way. Oh gosh, Katrin, you just mentioned about Kat's building something nice. I can't even keep up with that, man. She is an incredible builder. I mean, it's not only beautiful what she's creating, but and the aesthetics and everything like that are fascinating what she makes. Amazing what she's able to do. But it's just absolutely blows my mind. I know she uses some mods. I'm not going to say she doesn't. Obviously, I know she does, but really, really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. Anything? No? Okay. So we'll grab one more stack, like I said, just to play it safe, make sure we have enough. And we look through our visor. Let's check. Number on the left should be climbing. So 20.71 is dropping. Alright, so we're going somehow. Hold on. 69. The 169 dropping is fine. I need to get to negative 23, so the other number should be climbing, and it's not. Yeah, okay, so we need to try to go maybe this way. There we go. And the other number should be dropping still, so 78 should drop to 77. There it goes. Okay, so now we're going the right way. Check the planets. Yep, that's okay. We're good. Check our charge. Looking okay. Alright. Okay. Try to use that jetpack more. I keep forgetting to use it as I get running around. I'm looking so often at everything around me that I forget to use it. Speaking of which, how many do we have? 6 of 9? Okay. No, I wasn't intending to talk about her. You know what we have been watching? Me and the wife have been watching the, and I know it's been out for a few seasons now, but Star Trek Strange New Worlds. And if you really like the original Star Trek series from back when, but you'd rather see something a little bit more up to date, check it out. Every episode's something new, everything is going on. It's not like a continuous storyline like Discovery series was, but man, that's a really cool series. I do appreciate what they've done. Alright, what's over there? I gotta take a look. And Bill, you were here already. I saw you and I said hi. Good to have you here, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, you just watched that series, I'm telling you. And the actors that they got, I mean, the fellow that plays Pike is absolutely fascinating. The dude that plays Spock, great job. Got the right voice for it and everything like that. He really has nailed the part. and they're very versatile actors. So that makes things even better. There we go. Okay, let's see where we're at now. So negative 21, good. We get to need to get to negative 23. The other number needs to need recharge life support. Okay. I'll do that too. Ha ha!
Recharged.
Done. Okay. So the other number needs to be 165.17. The 32 is dropping. Okay, let's just keep going in this direction. We'll see what happens. I know we're pretty far away. I was waiting for that to happen. Ow. Anything break? No? Okay, good. Carry on. Lower decks is supposed to be hilarious. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for bringing that up, Monoroto. Monoroto? Monoroto. I like that better. Yeah. That's why I think it's pronounced. And welcome to the channel. I appreciate you being here. What? You mean Star Trek isn't real? No, but a lot of technology we get these days is because of Star Trek. We all know it. Thank you, Gene Roddenberry. I'm sorry. I love Star Wars, but I got to be a little bit of a Trekkie as well. They were geniuses with what they did. There was no such thing as a sliding door, guys, until someone saw it on Star Trek and said, hey, we can do that. And they did it. So, brilliant. Medical tricorder, well, we're just about there. We have a lot of scanners that are handheld these days. Cell phones, there you go. There you go. Excellent. But then again, you can always look back to, there was a lot of series back in the day that had, watches that people did things on. And there was even articles. People saw the future. Well, they didn't see the future, but you know what I mean. They saw the future turning into something like that, and us getting that technology one day. People wouldn't believe it, yet here we are living that future. Alright, how we doing? Almost at 22. And the 169 is not dropping as quickly as I thought it would. I may have to change tactics a little bit. This way? Yeah, it's dropping, but not fast. How we doing anyway? Good. Alright, we got another full stack, so we're all set here. We're done. No more. We will not pick up any more. So this should be it. We can just get back to the archive that we found earlier. Yeah, 169 is dropping now. That's good. Yeah, it's buried by. I was going to grab the blue flower, but it's buried by all these plants around me. Replicators? Oh, yeah, I hear you. As long as you're not talking about the ones from Stargate. Yeah, we don't want those. But if you're talking about, yeah, the matter units that would produce food and things like that, yeah, it would eliminate any need for... There would be no starvation, let's just put it that way. The thought of a utopian society like that created by man is a dream, but it's nice to know that men and women, people, still dream of things like that. It's a weird... Is he attacking me? No? Okay. Just checking. How we doing, by the way? Alright, everything looks okay. Let's recharge some stuff.
Technology recharged. Technology recharged.
Glad I grabbed all that oxygen, right? Boy, oh boy, that would have been great. That would have been terrible. It's probably my favorite word. TNG, Voyager, Enterprise, Discovery, and Strange New Worlds. Yes, yes. Yes, I agree, Mr. Broat. I've lived through 8 decades, 2 millennia, and I'm not 80 years old. Alright, carbon-based. That means you could be in your 60s pretty easily, though. Too much greed and selfishness, that's why that happened. Yes, I agree, Marty. 100% with you there. That's the whole problem. It's just greed of the human race itself. I'm looking at the wrong screen. 23, 25. Okay, we're almost there. I think we're going to turn a little bit. 26. Should be straight ahead from here. I'm just going to walk right over the top of things to get there now. Watch the ships. Alright, they're trying to pull me to the left, but you know what it is they don't direct you to an archive. They will direct you to a landing platform instead. Trading post. So 2341. Okay. 42. Okay, we're going to go a little bit more this way. Because 45, 46, 46 is where we need to be. So it's actually more this way. 168, 74, 73. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're lining more up with where we need to be. I need to keep an eye on it. 42. Okay, so it dropped a little bit. Alright, good. So we're just about dead lined up where we need to be here. So, keep in this direction. Every variation of freighters are revamped and they look kind of boring most of the time. Yeah, they're getting to that point, and maybe that'll be something. I don't know. I get this feeling like they might be doing something with space stations or something like that. I'm talking about the space stations, not the way they are right now, what they've improved in them to begin with. But I wonder to myself, and I wonder if Cynical's right, where they're going to be able to start to take over an entire solar system and be able to take over a space station and design it however we want. And that would be our base of operations. Frankly, I think that would be fantastic. Yeah, see, it's climbed up to 52, so it's like it's still going. 168.35 should still be dropping as we go up here. So 52, I want it to stay steady or drop. There we go. And 34, 33. There we go. Okay, so that's the direction. We're going this way. There we go. That was a good boost. And a plant. There we go. 167.98. So we got 2 more kilometers, if you will, to go. Those stack, by the way. Well, they don't necessarily stack, but they do add on. So if you have 10 seconds of boost and you've used up 8 seconds, it'll add another 10 onto the end of that. Or start over again at number 10, if you will. How we doing? There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, good. So where were we? Hold on. Spent most of my life in the 2000s. Oh my gosh. You got me thinking about that now. No, that's not me yet. Have to get past 2030 for that to be the case for me. I have to hit 2031 before that would be the case. That should tell you about how old I am to begin with. Anybody who's smart enough to figure that out, right? Okay, let's do some charging.
Technology recharged.
Good.
Technology recharged.
Excellent. How we doing? Alright, so we went a little bit more to the left than we intended, so we need to go this way a little bit. There we go. 166. We've got about not quite 2 to go. The other side of that rock is where we need to be heading. Yeah, maybe the station override. Yeah, that would probably be a good thing. Maybe that's the whole point. Maybe they've been whetting our appetite for that for a long time. Ah, crap, I shouldn't have grabbed that. Campsite. That's okay. So that, I think, is my elusive 6th creature.
Units received.
Think so, right? Let's find out. Yes, it is. All 6 creatures discovered. Alright, head towards the rock. Crap. Is it this rock? I think it was this rock. Yeah, I think that's the one. You say station override 3 times, a Captain Steve will appear. Yeah, I'm sure he's been talking about it forever too. I know. I love watching his shows. I wish he would go longer. I wish he would go longer on his live shows. He usually goes like about 45 minutes tops, and then that's it for him. But he's such a great guy. You know, his lovely bride and wife is just absolutely a pip. She's fantastic too. Very happy for him. Okay, so we need to go back a little bit the other ways. So once we get around the right side of this, we'll move to the left a little. Nope. Go over here. Blue flowers. Get them as often as we can. Ah, get up that slope. Okay. Okay, good. So we need to go back this way a little ways, but we've only got one more. We should be able to start seeing it soon. Excuse me, sir. No, I've got a little more experience than the 25 years, my friend. The other way around. Interesting. There it is. Archive. So that worked. Excellent. And yep, 2339, 2346, 165.17. Excellent. All right. So let's see what we can sell, and if we can get ourselves a ship, and we can call this run done. So that was pretty good, though, you know, running into my own ship twice was kind of ridiculous. Really felt like Jason after that. Yay! Made it back. Yay! Now, just need to find a ship that's within my price range. Do you remember when the world was black and white? Yeah. You remember when color was invented. That's fantastic. Ah, that was not good. Yep, not as worried about that, but I'll go ahead and use the stuff.
Technology recharged.
Hate when that happens. Missed it by that much. How much you want for it? 10 million. Moving on. That's a freighter, a hauler, so yeah, 55 million. Don't quite think we have enough to purchase either one of your all's ships there. 7.5 is closer to our price range. Let's hit him up anyway, since he's here. Alright, sell.
Units received.
5.8.
Units received. Units received.
What else we got?
Units received.
Alright, so we're about 5.8, 5.9.
Units.
I don't know why that's even in there. And the sodium we don't need.
Units. Received.
Alright, good deal. Alright, so we can't afford this ship, but we'll keep an eye open for other ships at this point. You didn't have a... There's no landing pads over there, is there? No, there's not. So there's one down there, two up here, one over here. And one over there. Okay, good. Alright, so we're clear. Let's get over underneath the overhang over here. So we are safe here. We'll be able to see what the price is on that in just a moment. That is a shuttle? That's a shuttle. This one's 14. $15 because it's an A-class. 34 million for that A-class. Because it's a 3-star economy as well, we're going to have trouble finding a decent ship for a decent price. Yeah, flyer sneakers. Yeah, I hear you. Remember when my dad bought home a television, put it in the back bedroom because nobody wanted to look at it at the time. Okay, then. And that was before remote controls, too. You were the remote. He witnessed the creation of sand. I watched the Sputnik launch. Oh, you guys are great. 18 mil. Some nice ships, though. I mean, I don't mind these Explorer class ships, even though they have the wide wings on them. I don't mind them. They're pretty good looking ships for the most part. I can handle that. It's over here. Anything yet? Nothing. For the most part, I can see just about every ship from this spot right here. I have to kind of adjust myself a little bit. Okay, another fighter. It's a C class. It's a B class, so that's a little too pricey. S class. That's an S class ship, guys. Nice. Gotta take a closer look at that. Not bad. I'm not too keen on the rounded back end like that. The engines are that style too that I'm not too keen about. I like the round engines on them. But that's pretty good. That's a pretty good ship. S-class, man. That tells you the economy is definitely what I thought. So. Nice. Nice. All we need is like a squiddy to land or something like that. And then we'll definitely be giving things away. So when we've already got in camera mode, you can already see what the planetary coordinates are at the bottom. And now they're saying Euclid Galaxy, so we don't even have to tell you what galaxy we're in. So at least that's something, you know. And then the coordinates, you already got that written down earlier in the chat. We were talking about that. I've only said it about a bazillion times. Not that you have to come here specifically, though. So you can go to the space station probably and find these ships. Wow. Where's my C-class ships? I had to land on a fantastic economy planet, of course. That's where I had to start. I watched it too last week on YouTube. Oh, the Sputnik launch? At least Jason can blame it on control stick drift. You're talking about me wandering around and hitting my ship twice? Yeah, I know. I know. Tell me about it. There was a little drift in the control stick. Yeah, I bet it was a drift in the control stick. There was a drift, alright. It wasn't the control stick, man. Alpha Halo box thruster. Is this a planet or a moon? This is definitely a planet. M Driver. Good to have you here, by the way. Thank you for being here. There's also 2 tiers of shuttles. Depending on the booster set, it's either expensive or really cheap. Yeah, I've noticed that too, as well. So we'll hang out here. You know, I ought to be under the overhang over here because, unfortunately, I'm going to use up a lot of stuff here. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Technology recharged.
That's great. I can't believe that we used up almost all of our oxygen that we had, so that's pretty cool. Hey, we got a shuttle coming in. It's an X-Wing. Okay, 15 mil for the B class. A class at 15 mil. I don't know if we're going to find a C class. A class shuttle. Get a little bit of a rough time there. Ooh, 3.4 million. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Almost didn't make it. Ah, thank heavens. This is it. 3.4 million. It even has a supercharged slot on it, too. Look at that. 3.4 for crying out loud. It's a flatbed shuttle. Darn right. Can't exchange it, but we could if we wanted to. But I'm going to go ahead and just buy it outright. All right. So no starter ship challenge is complete. And there we go. There we go. Yeah, that's a pretty ugly little shuttle. But we're good. Oh, that is one ugly ship. Definitely don't like this sucker. Yeah, indeed, indeed. All right, let's get out into the sky here. Let's hit the space station. Not bad though. I mean, good space stations. Now finding the space station is going to be interesting. I don't have my HUD on right now. So the planets are this way. And the space station isn't usually here. Is that it right there? I think that's it. Let's find out. I'm willing to bust around a little bit, because that's a moon over there. I know that is. You know what we need to look for? You look for the trade lines. You see the white lines between the planets? Those are all trade lines. So you follow them to the obvious locations. So let's head a little bit further in. It might be over there on the left. Issue box of destiny. Radar, look for square. Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's it right there. The diamond. Diamond in the rough, right there. Got it. Yep, that's it. That's it. Thank you. Thank you, Demager, as usual, for crying out loud. And same thing, Gary. You're the same thing there. You can find it in first-person radar on the ship. Yeah. You guys were both right. You should be very proud of yourselves. Gary, I do hope you feel better, man. You get less achy anyway. But it completes you. It does. It does. Look at that. From that distance, I dead-eyed it. What do you know? Kind of like in Dune. I finally got a Thufir's Best assassin rifle. 262 damage. You can one-shot just about anything from a distance with that thing. So for solo players, sweet. Anyway, we have made it. Let's go ahead and turn on the HUD. That's the fun part. I always like this part. Here we go. And you get all the achievements. Thank you, Joy Roth. Appreciate it. And welcome, by the way. I saw you came in earlier and I meant to say something, but got sidetracked. I suppose it's a diamond, yeah. Well, you know, there's a square on the planet. This is a diamond. Ambulatory, Wayfarer. 235, you think? Let's see. So the broadcast has been going on for about 2 hours and 45 minutes. I've spent very little time in the escape menu, but we did spend at least the first 5 to 10 minutes chatting, so. There's no chimes for any of these. There it is. Yeah. There it is. My bad. I spoke too soon. Alright, we're coming to the end. Planetary Archive. Structure entered. Region. Got to get through it all, right? Alright. So So that's the same ship right over there. B class, B class, A class. If I don't let it go through all this now, it will literally spill onto the next game I play. Unbelievable. The dual orbit, you mean? Yeah, possibly. I'd have to check that out, M Driver. Thank you, thank you. Think 205, Marty? Marty, we didn't spend any time in the escape menu. Very, very little time. I think we're closer to 2.5, I'll be honest. And the more I spend here... it's all done. It's all done. Okay, and I just want to check these ships out real quick. You know, we ought to check out the multi-tools while we're here. That would probably be a smart idea. B-class, 2 supercharged slots. That has potential. The other side, is it a different one? It is. A-class. Supercharged slot, 2 other supercharged slots. This is pretty good. This is actually a good weapon. Not bad. Not bad. Just got a fighter in here, B-class. And another one of those guys over there. The IOAs of Death. And B-class, Ancestral Defeat. Okay. Alright, let's jump in and out real quick. One more save point. Jump out. Let's check it out, see what we ended up with. So I was still saying it's about 2.5 hours. You were saying 2 hours and 35 minutes earlier. So, I don't know. This is going to be interesting. This spaceship smells like potatoes. What have they been shipping on this thing? Gotta be cool. Enviro hazard. Ooh. Interesting. Actually, you know what, Monoroto? Gravity is a thing on the gas giants. That is a hazard. Because you can't jump as high, and it will slam you down and hurt you really bad if you're not careful. So you got to be careful on those planets. So let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Ready, guys? Oh my gosh, 212? Who said that? Someone said it was close. You guys saying 222, 215 by Miriam. Sub-Zero at 208. Nice job there. 205 Marty. I really thought it would be longer. I really didn't think I spent that much time in the escape menu. But I guess I did. Oh, picture modes. I forgot picture modes freeze time. And all the time we went into picture mode, it stopped time. Oh, that's what I'm forgetting. Gas giants have no surface. True, in most cases. But in this game, some of the gas giants do. So getting to the gas giants when you land on them, it's just really heavy gravity. Check out any of the relic expedition runs that we did. They all started on the gas giant. Nasty, nasty terrain. So, really, really cool. Impossible. It is true, you're right, M Driver. In reality, gas giants don't have a surface. But in No Man's Sky, you ought to check them out. They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. When you first discover them, they're pretty neat. Because it's usually a gas giant will have multiple moons around it. Or you could find what's just a super large planet with multiple moons around it. Those are pretty cool. And sometimes you can find them as a paradise and stuff like that. Really hard to find, though. Thanks, April. Appreciate that. And I hope you're doing better, dear. I'm sorry about all the issues you've had with the in the family and everything like that. So, play for the first time in weeks. You go do that. You go do that. Do a little escape into No Man's Sky for you as well. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and call it here. This will give me an early enough evening to get some dinner going. I got to get outside and get the lawn mowed. You know how all that is. Let's jump over to the end screen. There we go. Hi. Good to see you. Me and my Star Wars shirt. Let's see. We pull things up. So if somebody else is playing right now, Marty says he plays in the morning. That's perfectly fine, Marty. I thank you. One of these days, Marty, I'm going to get you into that thing that would, as soon as you pop in, it'll auto link to your channel. Okay, there we go. Just want to make sure everything pops up okay. Yeah, we're in the right spot. Boink. Who be playing right now? Oh, well, I'll be darned. I haven't seen them in a while. KJ PC Gaming. Awesome group of people that are playing over there. Subsistence Alpha 65 multiplayer live. So this may not be No Man's Sky, but KJ, it's a great group they've got going on there. The couple plays together. They do a very, very good job. So let's go visit KJPC Gaming and check them out. Say hi to them. Drop them a like, especially. If you hit the like here, really appreciate it, guys. But if you stop over there, hit the like button. Tell them it's an ElanPaul raid. Guys, I really appreciate you being here. I appreciate everything. Miriam, especially with the gifted membership. Thank you very much. And for those who won that membership, congratulations to you. Thank you all for being here, and we will see you again. It's probably going to be this coming Wednesday. This coming Wednesday, we're going to do a stream, and it'll be around 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Probably going to be showing off, hopefully, the new expedition. That's what we're hoping for. We're really hoping for that. All right, guys, take care. We'll see you again next time. And remember, be kind to everybody, all right? See you later, guys.